What up, it's me, A to Z, and we're back with more Pokemon Black. Last time, we got our second gym badge. We defeated Lenora. It was a pretty tricky fight. Will evolved. He had a bit of a struggle, but he still did it anyway. Kevin cleaned up as he always does. But yeah, we got our second badge right here, and let's shine it up. And oh, geez, our trio badge is a little bit rusty as well. Man, I really gotta put in some work and shine these badges, you know? I gotta keep them shiny throughout the whole thing, am I right? These are my trophies. These are like my shining achievements as a Pokemon trainer. There we go. So our second badge. And, at the end of it, Team Plasma came in, stole a Dragon Skull, so now we gotta go to Pinwheel Forest, the actual forest, chase after them, get that Dragon Skull back. So we are gonna do that in this episode. Alright. Oh, here's Berg. We also met Berg, by the way. He's, Castelia's gym leader. I think that was mentioned in the last episode. So this leads to Pinwheel Forest. If they manage to scuttle off into the forest, we might have trouble. So let's actually head into the forest now and, stop these bad guys. Oh, we got the ominous music right over here. Well, you see, there are two ways out of Pinwheel Forest. The road that goes straight and the path that winds through the woods. I will take the straight road after them. If they're not here, I'll block the... If they're not there, I'll block the exit. Would you please take the other way around and check whether Team Plasma is hiding in there somewhere? You run into a lot of trainers, but it's basically a single path, so I'm sure you won't get lost. Let's do this for Lenora's sake. Oh, so you're gonna make me take the long and arduous path? Of course. That makes all of the sense. Thanks, Berg. Already acting like a friggin' jerk. I guess it's fine. We can get some extra training up here. This will be good training for Kevin and Will. So, while we fight all of these trainers, there's quite a few bios that we can go over now, because there's 4 new Pokemon that we can catch on the interior of the Pinwheel Forest. Because before we were on the exterior, and here's one of them, Sewaddle. Yes, I'll go over him now. Sewaddle is a bug type that's actually pretty respectable. So, early game bug types are usually known for only being somewhat useful for, like, maybe the first gym, and then after that they get heavily outclassed, but that's not the case with Sewaddle. Sewaddle does start off a bit unimpressive at first, and when it evolves into Sewaddle, it's not that much better, it just gains some extra defenses. However, when it evolves into Leavanny with maximum friendship, that's when it starts to shine. Leavanny has a very good base stat spread, like, surprisingly good. It's got very respectable attack, surprisingly high speed, and on top of that, it doesn't have an awful move pool since its stab moves like Exorcist or Leaf Blade do respectable damage. And it's kind of bulky, just kind of. However, its main problem is that it's a bug and grass type, meaning that it has a lot of weaknesses, including a ×4 weakness to fire and flying. So just don't send out your Leavanny against a fire or a flying type, and you should be good to go. Because Leavanny, it's not that bad. I kind of like it a bit. Anyway, so now we are fighting some Team Plasma grunts. Oh, this one has a Sandile. Ooh. Sandile's actually a really good Pokemon. I kind of envy you that you actually have one right now. Whatever, we'll go over Sandile later on because we technically can't catch one yet. Also, you're done. Come on, you're just a kid on an ego trip. Am I? I think you're the one with the ego. If you want to get it back, you're just going to have to look for my associates. I think that can be managed. Let's fight you. My, could you be looking for something? Well, gee, how did you ever guess? Alright, well, at this point, we're just gonna be fighting Team Plasma Grunts and, just trying to find the Dragon Skull. But again, this is a good time to be going over bios, which I will be after I kill this one. Once we get to the next trainer event, I'm gonna go over the bio for the next Pokemon. I feel like spacing out these bios, that'll definitely help it last throughout the entire campaign against Team Plasma here. Anyway, alright, Kevin, you level up. My hunch is you're sabotaging us because you're flat out jealous of our cool outfits. Not really. You kind of have the White Knight outfit, and I kind of don't want to be associated with that. Let's fight you. Because I know for a fact you got a good Pokemon that's good for experience. I patrol Pinwheel Forest every day. A battle here is a piece of cake. So I think these are Pokemon Rangers. Yes, they are. And he's got a Herdier. This is actually perfect fodder for Kevin. Kevin, you got this. Just arm thrust the crap out of it. God, Kevin's gonna hit level 25. Kevin is gonna be OP as crap. Will needs to catch up a little bit. Well, not as much. He's only, like a few levels behind. Which we'll fix that once we get into fights and things. Anyway. Enough blabbing and talking about random crap that's just happening right now. Time to go over the next Pokemon that we can run into here as soon as this guy gives us an item. So, Rangers will usually give you a random berry. And it really does depend. Something changes every day, so it's fun to patrol. Okay, moving onwards. Let me switch Will out front. There we go. And let me just... Here we go, get a Super Potion. Alright, so as we go on, let me go over this next Pokemon. Let me put a repel up, because I really don't want to run into anything. I really, really don't. Alright, now, next Pokemon that you can run into here at Pinwheel Forest is Venipede. Venipede is another surprisingly decent Bug-type Pokemon. So Venipede is part Poison-type, and its stats start off being more of a defense-oriented. It has access to some pretty decent moves as it leveled up, like Bug Bite and Poison Tail. Its defense is increased when evolving the Whirlpool, so it's more of a tank in this stage. So, again, it just seems like it's going to be a tanky Bug-type. However, things will change drastically when it evolves in Scorpion. Whoa, okay, hang on. Let me interrupt my past self here just to amend something. I start talking about how amazing Scolpide's hidden ability of Speed Boost is, when in all of my infinite wisdom, I completely forgot that in Gen 5, Speed Boost isn't even Scolpide's hidden ability. It's Quick Feet. Scolipede doesn't get Speed Boost until X and Y, so this bio is completely irrelevant to Gen 5 mechanics. I just want to hop in and apologize about that in advance. For some reason, I thought he had Speed Boost now. So yeah, just want to apologize. This bio is relevant to Scolipede's, use in modern day games like now, but in Gen 5, not so much. So, sorry about that, guys. Back to the video. When it's fully evolved, its speed stats skyrockets. Like, looking at this thing, you would not think that it's fast. It's deceptively fast. Its attack and defense stats aren't terrible either, so it can actually survive some hits and deal some damage. However, if you are lucky enough to get access to its hidden ability Speed Boost, that is when Scolipede becomes a true threat. Like, Speed Boost is what makes Scolipede insane. Alright, I know this for a fact there's going to be a trainer that pops up behind here. Sorry I interrupted my tangent, but yeah, Scolipede can be insane. It's got multiple roles just in general. As a baton passer, as a sweeper, because it can give it Swords Dance. It can set up hazards like Toxic Spikes and regular spikes. And Speed Boost just makes it so better at what it does. In fact, like, a lot of people use these things on their teams. Like, it's a very solid competitive Pokemon. So I will just say, do not take Scolipede lightly, just because it's a bug type. Because that might be the last mistake you ever make. Anyway, so that's the first two. Crap baskets. Whatever, that's not gonna take much. I hope. Probably like 5, 8. Well, shit. We'll just quick attack it, end its life. Anyway, there's 2 more Pokemon I gotta go over, and they're both version exclusive, so I'm just gonna go over them right now. First off is Cottony. Cottony is exclusive. Oh, we got another Chesto Berry. Cottony is exclusive to Black. This actually makes sense. I'm going over them now because that in-game trait that we ran into before, we can actually do something about that now. So if you catch a Cottony here, you can just trade it for a Petalil. But yeah, Cottony is exclusive to Black. You can only catch it in Black, and it's a very interesting grass type. On the surface, it may seem like a typical, defensive grass type that relies on support and status moves. But if you look at its abilities, you will see that it has access to the Prankster ability normally. It's not a hidden ability. You can get Prankster as one of its normal abilities. Cottony and its evolved form Whimsicott, which you get by using a Sunstone on it, are some of the best users of Prankster. Like, it's insane. Whimsicott has access to so many status moves. Whether it's Toxic, Substitute, Leech Seed, Stun Spore, Taunt, Tailwind. This thing is a massive support move pool, and with Prankster, it's guaranteed to use those moves first. It's not really known for dealing damage with direct attacks, but you could use things like Giga Drain if you really wanted to, but not Moonblast. It's not a fairy type yet. Fairies don't exist. But really, the only thing you need to watch out for is having another faster Pokemon that, with Prankster or not, is have it use Taunt on you. Taunt shuts down Whimsicott hardcore. But really, you don't have to worry about being outsped or out-Prankster, because Whimsicott has a naturally high speed stat. So Whimsicott can be insane if used correctly. And if you're playing Pokemon White, exclusive to Pokemon White is Petalil. Petalil is a bit more standard compared to Cottony. It's more of a damage dealer, and it doesn't do a bad job of it. It can learn some pretty decent moves before you evolve it with a Sunstone. Again, Stone Evolutions kind of restrict your move pool after you use the Stone. But it can learn moves like Giga Drain, Energy Ball, and Leaf Storm. However, when it evolves into Lilligant via the Sunstone, my god, it gets access to an incredible move, Quiver Dance. Quiver Dance is an insane setup move that boosts your special attack, your special defense, and your speed in one turn. This move turns Lilligant into a dangerous special sweeper since it has naturally respectable special attack and speed stats. On top of that, it has access to Petal Dance, and if you can couple that with its ability Own Tempo, my god, it will never get confused, so you can spam the crap out of Petal Dance. You do not want to sleep on Lilligant. It's not recommended at all, sleeping on this thing. Because if you can get a Quiver Dance or two, you can say goodbye to a good portion of your team. This thing will sweep you if you're not careful. so don't take it for granted. Anyway, so we've gotten to the end of this. I actually timed this really well. Because once we get through here, we're pretty much at the end of it, unless there's another guy. I think there's another guy. No, there isn't. The other guy's going to be right around here once we fight this last guy. We don't need any more repels. We're pretty much at the end of it. It's you. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Blend into the wilderness and talk to Pokemon with your heart. That is a ranger. Hang on, gotta drink some water. It's always awkward when I have to like pick up my water and drink it while I'm trying to talk and be entertaining. Also, I do want to mention in the... Oh my god, thank you, Super Luck. I do want to mention in the patch of Shaking Grass here, you can catch the other elemental monkeys. You can catch all of them. So it's not just Audino you can run into. Anyway, this guy gives us another Pecha Berry. Or is it Pecha Berry? I don't know. If you blend into the wilderness too well, you won't be noticed by Pokemon, let alone by people. That is a problem. Yeah, you don't want to camouflage yourself too much. How are Kevin and Will doing in terms of experience? Let's put Kevin back out front. You know, I think Will's caught up well enough. Alright, you. You are probably who we want to fight. A pursuer? A kid like you beat some of us. That can't be helped, but I'll take you on now. I mean, I just got through all of your cohorts in under 10 minutes, so I don't know what you're expecting. You're gonna go down very, very quickly. I almost don't want to show this off, but this is a required battle, because this is the guy who has the Dragon Skull. Still, you gotta love Team Plasma, and they're self-righteous, and whatever. It's gonna die in an arm thrust, I'm not concerned at all. Just when you use Bide and you're gonna die in one hit, it's kind of pointless. Bide is one of those really, really useless moves that you just don't want to use it at all. Because it's a waste of a move slot. Because odds are you're not gonna survive those 2 turns. And if you do, you kind of just did it wrong. I was thinking of maybe like a Bide Sturdy set, but nah, that wouldn't do anything, because you'll just die in the second hit anyway. If Bide didn't take 2 turns, maybe, if it was just 1 turn, if it was like a charge-up turn like Sky Attack, maybe it would be useful. But the fact that it's 2 turns, nah, Bide sucks. Do not bother. And the fact that they give it to you as a TM in the first game, the very first TM, is just, it's stupid. Fine, take your stupid skull. Thanks, buddy. So the dream our king had, the dream we had, it won't come true. Uh-oh. Mysterious man. How are you holding up, fellow subject of the king? Gorm of the 7 Sages, I'm mortified that the skull which we went through so much trouble to obtain was stolen from us so easily. It's not important. We can afford to abandon the Dragon Skull. According to the results of our research, this is not the legendary Pokemon for which Team Plasma is looking. It is completely unrelated. But we will not allow anyone to disrupt our plans and get away with it. We will fix it so you never interfere with us again. Want to say that again? The Boke Pokemon were getting all worked up, so here I come, and what do I spy with my little eye? This important-looking guy. Are you here to help with your friends who I defeated? More backup. And who are you supposed to be? Is this guy the big boss? I am one of the 7 Sages of Team Plasma. Getsus, another one of the 7 Sages, will liberate Pokemon with words alone. The remainder of the 7 Sages have ordered their compatriots to take Pokemon with full force. But the odds are a little against us now. To you, the bug Pokemon user Berg, and the normal Pokemon user Lenora, I say, know your enemies, know yourself, and you need not fear the results of 100 battles. This time, we shall retreat quietly. To secure the liberation of Pokemon, we will steal Pokemon from trainers. Even though you are gym leaders, we will not tolerate any further obstruction from you. In any case, we will settle this someday. I hope you are looking forward to that time as much as I. They're a speedy bunch. What are you planning to do, Berg? Are you gonna chase them? We got back to Stolen Skull, and if we corner them, there's no telling what they might do. I think I'll be heading back, Lenora. Well now, I'll be waiting for your challenge at Castelia City's Pokemon Gym. Yes indeed, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Adam, you're holding the Dragon Skull you worked so hard to get back, right? And we give it back. Thank you so much. With a kind trainer like you taking care of them, the Pokemon with you must be happy. Here's a token of my gratitude, please use it carefully. And we get a Moonstone, so if you caught a Moona, you can evolve it, if you want. Some Pokemon evolve when you use this item on them. Now I must take the Dragon Skull back to the museum. Take care of yourself. So, lucky for us, this long way kind of puts us... Well, first of all, here's an item here. The Miracle Seed. So, this is why you don't want to pick Snivy with that thing with the girl who's giving out items. Get the Mystic Water. And we're not that far off from the charcoal, really. So once we hop over here, you'll notice we're pretty much at the end of Pinwheel Forest. Yeah, there's trainers here, which I will fight off screen. I'm not going to fight them now, get some extra training off. But yeah, and then there's an area here which we can't go to. I can feel it, the presence of a fierce Pokemon. We'll worry about that place later. Anyway, so we have made to the end of, Pinwheel Forest. So I say we get out of here. And there's daylight. Ooh, we got a nice bridge here. So if we talk to you, in battle, striking first is essential. So here, we get the Quick Claw. It's a pretty good item. It lets your Pokemon attack first sometimes if you're slower. But that's assuming that you're slower. You know, usually my Pokemon are faster, so I'm not overly worried. There are people who are obsessed with certain items. They'll even buy your items for a lot of money. You might even be able to sell items you can't use to these people, so maybe you should hang on to them. Anyway, so here we have a preview of our next city, Castelia City. It looks huge. It looks like we're gonna have a lot of places to explore. So to actually get there, we're gonna have to cross Skyarrow Bridge. Now I love this. I love the views and I love the bridges. There are so many bridges in this, and this bridge is actually like it's for as a New Yorker / New Jerseyan myself. This is so it hits me right here in the heart because we're walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. This is meant to be based off the Brooklyn Bridge. This really is, because you'll see, we're like really crossing in here. I used to call this a GWB, but then I kind of realized geographically this is meant to be the Brooklyn Bridge. And there's a boat. But yep, here we are, going through the Skyarrow Bridge with really nice music. I'm searching for the exact center point of Skyarrow Bridge. And I think the view changes right over here. I love this, how the view changes, and how you can just see the entire bridge from here. I love this. I love Skyarrow Bridge. I love the bridges of this game in general. Anyway, we see the skyline right over here. Wow, that's the Castelia City skyline. It's like I'm looking at Manhattan. It really does feel like I'm looking at the Manhattan skyline right now. Anyway, once we walk through this building here, we have reached the end of Skyarrow Bridge. I just want to be quiet a little bit so you can hear that gorgeous music. Once we talk to you. I walked so far, my legs are sore. You don't have to look. I wasn't looking at your legs. That'd be a little bit weird if you're talking to a random woman and she thinks you're looking at her legs. I don't know. I kind of feel like to be like, keep your distance. But once we walk through here, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manhattan. I mean, Castelia City. It's Manhattan. This is pretty much, we're in New York. If this isn't New York, I don't know what New York is. Like, how many times have I been to New York in my life? I live like less than 30 minutes away from New York City, but I love how they finally made a region based off of New York, New Jersey, tri-state area. This is gorgeous. This hits me right here at home. Anyway, so now that we have made it to Manhattan with this bustling city, we're actually in the downtown area right now. I'd say maybe this is more based off of downtown, midtown, Wall Street-ish. I'd say that's where we are. I don't know, because I know there's an area that's more based off midtown, and there's an area like right in the middle that's meant to be based off Central Park. So maybe we are downtown, like in the Wall Street area. We have businessmen over here. But yep, now that we made it to New York, we're going to cut it here. Next time, we are going to explore Castelia City to its fullest, and maybe explore some areas outside the city, you know. Maybe catch a few Pokemon. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with more Pokemon Black.